Hi guys, this is Justin Bernales, and we'll be presenting experiment 8 and the anatomy and function of the different parts of a toad's respiratory system. So first off is respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is a process of which organisms exchange gases with the environment. Breathing. It is the process of moving air into and out of the lungs to facilitate gas exchange with the internal environment, mostly by bringing in oxygen and flushing out carbon dioxide. Respiratory system of a toad. Toad allows the exchange of gases with the external environment through respiratory surfaces, such as the skin and lungs. The thin membranous skin of the toad enables the diffusion of gases between its blood vessels and the surroundings. This is called cutaneous respiration. They are also capable of pulmonary respiration, which allows the exchange of gases in and out of the lungs. These are thin-walled spongy structures that are connected to the base of the laryngotracheal chamber with the help of a short tube called bronchus. In addition, the walls of the lungs are composed of air sacs known as the alveoli. The first stage of pulmonary respiration starts when the toad closes its mouth and lowers the floor of its buccal cavity, which acts as a pump. As a result, the air enters through the outer oval openings of the nasal cavity called the external nares. The air is further drawn into the internal nares, which are two openings found on the roof of the toad's buccal cavity. The air cannot pass through yet into the lungs since the glottis, which is an opening from the mouth and into the lungs, remains closed. During the second stage, the spent air from the elastic lungs is released as the glottis opens rapidly. The air moves through the buccal cavity and is released through the open nares. In the third stage, the fresh air held in the buccal cavity is drawn to the lungs as the nares close. The floor of the buccal cavity rises and the glottis opens. During the last stage, the glottis closes while retaining air in the lungs and the nares open again. After this, I will be explaining the function of the different parts of a toad's respiratory system. So what is cutaneous respiration? It is a form of respiration in which gas exchange occurs across the skin, as what you can see in the diagram. Pulmonary respiration. It allows the exchange of gases inside and out of the lungs. So what is buccal cavity? Buccal cavity acts as a pump of ventilation. External nares. It is the opening where air enters and exits. That's what you can see in the diagram. Internal nares. It transfers air from the external nares to the mouth, as what I have said earlier in the respiratory system of a toad. Glottis. It inflates the lungs of the toad. Laryngotracheal chamber. It is the sound-producing organ of a toad. Lungs. It aids in supplying oxygen to the toad's body. Bronchi. It leads the air from the larynx to the lungs. Alveoli. Air sacs in the lungs where the movement of gases occurs. That's where the alveoli is. So all in all, the respiration process of a toad occurs alternatively in three stages, namely aspiration, expiration, and inspiration. And I have explained that earlier in the respiratory system of a toad. Mechanics of breathing in humans. So I have included this in my presentation. So for the breathing in inspiration for humans, the diaphragm contracts. It increases in volume of the chest cavity, the air movement from the atmosphere into the lungs. And for the expiration, the diaphragm relaxes, increase in pressure in the chest cavity, and the air movement from the lungs to the atmosphere. That will be all for my presentation. Thank you for listening and I hope you enjoyed it.